Hey guys, I am here with Ryan, and I cannot hear him. Oh, there you are. I can't hear you for a second. I'm just doing a little Minecraft speed test run. While we talk about some FNAF 3 stuff, and perfect. Because I want to do a speed test run. Speed run. Okay, yeah, so. FNAF 3.
Well, anyway, we're just gonna talk about some theories, or, well, more like address some questions that a lot of people may have on FNAF 3. So, let's have... How about our first question?
Yeah.
What I personally think our first question to address is... Our first question would be, who is Springtrap, anyways?
Well, he's the purple guy you are probably saying that about now.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Who's the animatronic Springtrap?
Yeah, we already know from the completion minigames that the purple guy is Springtrap, because on the 5th night, you see the purple guy run into the suit and then get crushed and killed.
So
And
we know
spirit most
it's...
likely goes on to haunt that suit. But I'm talking about who's the animatronic. And
I just realized something. Ryan, I just realized something hilarious.
Alright. Does it need to be on camera?
No.
Do I need to record that? What are you saying?
No, you can, but I just realized I have no idea where I'm supposed to go in this speedrun.
Good for you. Are you doing the same seed that Sepling was doing?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the seed to do if you're doing a speedrun.
Okay.
I'm gonna just do a hardcore.
Well, whatever.
Yeah,
So
that was
my first
completely...
possibility, I think my first possibility for who Springtrap is Bonnie. And why do I think that? Well, there's a lot of reasons. One reason is it has bunny ears. They're kind of torn up. You can see in the picture, they definitely have... Springtrap definitely has bunny ears. And that's another thing. Bonnie is a boy. No matter what you say, that's not gonna stop him from being a boy. And Springtrap is supposedly a boy.
Yeah, supposedly the... Well,
I don't know how to
that's what...
I just spelled suppose sadly.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. That's what everyone says, God. That's what everyone says to maybe 5 people that are actually gonna watch this video. Subscribe!
Yeah. Yeah, subscribe.
We'll lose. Yeah, yay, woo, yeah. We'll lose
He
this.
seems a good guy, especially how his soul is the purple guy. Emphasis on the entire word guy. But
Guy.
yeah, that's another reason. And then there is the big reason. Think about this. It could just be Burned Bonnie. Oh, I didn't mean to capitalize that. But whatever.
Capitalize what? What do you do? I don't.
Why?
It could just be.
At the end of the video, at the end of the game, at the end of the 5th night, you find out that the FNAF 1 restaurant burned down. That's why all the phantom hallucinations you see, which are Phantom Freddy, Phantom Foxy, there's the Marionette, Chica, and Balloon Boy. If I'm missing any, tell me. Yeah,
Balloon Boy.
All even look orange. And they were probably all destroyed in the fire, so they only appeared as hallucinations. and thus they could not be salvaged properly. But Springtrap was salvaged properly from the FNAF 1 restaurant. Now, there were only 5 animatronics we know of in that restaurant. There was Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, Foxy, and Golden Freddy.
And when we die, we see that. Yeah. When we say we. Yeah. And when you lose in the game, you see the back room where all the animatronics and exoskeletons are held. So there's no possible way of there being a secret, like, 6 animatronic that they had stored up in the house somewhere.
Well, yeah, of course, that's a possibility.
Yeah, but I highly doubt it. Because we see the back room where all the exoskeletons are held.
Yeah. Yeah, actually... Yeah, you do see the hidden back room, and you just see the exoskeleton. But think about it. All of the animatronics burnt down, and thus you only see them in hallucinations. Except...
For Springtrap.
Bonnie.
Yeah, you
So
don't see Bonnie as a hallucination.
Bonnie got burned. Bonnie could have somehow survived it. But yeah, so she could have just been burned, but not survived it. That would explain why there's like a yellowish burned color of Springtrap's skin.
And people originally thought this was some type of yellow Bonnie. Remember, it resembles Bonnie very much. Just look up Bonnie and Springtrap on Google Images. Do a comparison of them yourself. I'll probably do one in post-editing, but just look at them. They are almost identical.
But anyways, of course, no theory is without its flaws, most of the time.
Most of the time.
The skin, while the skin is like a yellow texture like it was burned, all of the other burnt animatronic skin, they weren't as consistent as that. They had like black burn marks, which clearly don't seem to appear on Springtrap. At least not that much anyways. What are some other flaws? Hold on.
There are many flaws. I honestly, just if you look at the shape of Springtrap and Bonnie, there definitely are some differences, just in like body shape and stuff. If you just look at them, there are some very few differences. And Springtrap's mouth is like tied up, if you notice. If you're a detail hog, you pay attention to detail very well in your games, you will notice that. Springtrap kind of, it looks like his mouths are kind of sewn shut.
Well, really, if you look at his jump scare, he clearly opens his mouth and then closes it again. Kind of like Foxy. Everybody thought he couldn't open his mouth like Springtrap, but he can. It's too bad I'm not recording this part. I gotta record it. Wow.
You're not recording this?
I paused it, man. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm like recording right now.
Okay. But, yeah.
Another flaw is the shape.
Yeah, I went over this.
Yeah, the shape of him clearly isn't perfect to Bonnie.
I think he's a little more I think Springtrap's a bit thinner. Like his body is a little thinner to Bonnie's.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, so there are some other physical differences. Like if you look at the nose, it's kind of bent and destroyed, but then again, that could easily just be Bonnie's nose, but damaged by the fire. Although what really gets me is the way his mouth is shaped. Bonnie was a bunny and kind of had like a short, stubby little snout type thing going on. This guy doesn't. So he just has lips and teeth. That's basically it.
Yeah, but if you look at the animatronic for Bonnie, it does look like the mouth, it kind of looks like it's made out of some type of cotton.
Yeah, it kind of does. But then again, when you look at this, the teeth do look kind of soft. I mean, I wouldn't risk putting my hand in there to see how soft they really are. But, you know, it might just
Yeah,
be.
like I'm going on Google Images right now, and looking them up to show you the differences I'm talking about.
That's a good idea. What are some other flaws? Alright. Just one more
So,
second.
I'm trying to find a good springtrap image. Just kind of look at this picture of springtrap. Now I'm going to show you Bonnie. They are creepily similar. Like, I will go open a new tab, look for it. Okay, better image. Just look at the ears. Even just kind of look at the way they're angled. But the face is definitely different. Springtrap's face is more rounded, where Bonnie's is more of a kind of cubish shape. And
Yeah.
it looks like Springtrap doesn't really have the kind of snout Bonnie has, which it could just kind of be burnt off or like pushed in, but that still wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah. And then there's one more flaw that I've noticed. This obviously could have just been gone because there's a big hole in his chest, but where is the bow tie? Bonnie has a bow tie. Springtrap doesn't even have the bow tie. And I know you guys are just gonna say, oh, look, even in the picture there, you can see that
There's a giant...
there isn't even any chest there, but you could easily have... No, I don't think that all of the bow tie would have been gone.
Like,
Although...
at least a little bit of the corner, maybe, would be there. Or should be there.
Although, when you think about it, the hole in the chest does kind of seem to represent the bow tie, and I'm just thinking of this off the spot, but what if Springtrap was Bonnie, and he ripped off the bow tie because it was too signifying of him? So he ripped it off because people might still be able to tell that he was Bonnie because of the ears and the bow tie and the nose. And similar body structure, not perfect, but sort of similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really weird theory.
It's pretty creepy when you think about, the similarities between these two, characters. That Scott supposedly just kind of came up with Springtrap on the fly, because he needed a new animatronic.
Yeah. And then there's one more thing that I'd like to talk about.
Yep, we have a couple minutes, so you might want to put this into a part 2. Because my recordings are about 12 minutes.
Yeah, it's been about 12 minutes for me too. But I think I just have like one more thing to add to this conversation.
Yeah.
I might do another part that has more more theories, but there's one more thing that I want to talk about. Bonnie is special in FNAF. Just think about that.
I mean, if you go back to what Scott originally wanted for Bonnie, he wanted Bonnie to run through the holes, and Bonnie originally, when it killed you, sometimes would be able to take off its exoskeleton.
Its mask.
Yeah, showing its exoskeleton. Seems pretty weird for just a random character, doesn't it?
Yeah,
There's
but when you think
something
about it,
more behind Bonnie. enough about
That makes
Freddy.
sense.
Yeah, enough about Freddy, Golden Freddy, and the marionette. There's something about Bonnie that Scott obviously wants us to either not know or find out.
Yeah, when you think about it, there's a bunch of things that make Bonnie special. First of all, she's the most active of the animatronics in the first game and in the second game of the old animatronics. I guess you'd have a fair game in saying that the withered Bonnie is the most active withered animatronic, other than Foxy. And yeah, also her spot in both the FNAF 1 trailer and the FNAF 2 trailer and the FNAF 2 teaser picture. And one more thing. Remember, Scott said in an interview that the scariest one was Bonnie. In fact, he gave him nightmares. He thought Bonnie was so scary that she deserved to be the only antagonist of FNAF 3, unless you count the purple guy, kind of.
Yeah.
That makes sense to all you guys out there? What about you, King?
It makes sense. But think about it.
Yeah.
I doubt... We all know Scott... Well, we should all know. Scott made a game before this that sucked, and people said that animation looked like animatronics, thus Five Nights at Freddy's was born. But what was the real inspiration for these characters? I mean, I'm sure he didn't just come up with them in a couple months. I mean, there's something special to be said about all of them. So, could these animatronic fiction characters... Yeah. Can you record that, like, right away? Because I'm kind of still talking. I was in the middle of talking.
Sorry, dude, I guess it's 15 minutes.
You gotta wait? You gotta wait to record the rest of it? Or can you record right away now?
I gotta wait for it to publish, but earlier today it didn't take way too long, so it shouldn't take way too long now.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this video.